where did this start within the administration? She implemented it. And we found a memo. It dates back to April 23rd of 2018, where there was an official recommendation to, quote, pursue prosecution of all amenable adults who cross our border, quote, illegally, even though this applied to legal asylum seekers in practice, including those presenting with a family unit between ports of entry in coordination with DOJ. Here is the memo that I would like to submit to the congressional record.
What is the date on that?
It is the memorandum for the Secretary from Homeland Security.
Date.
April 23rd, 2018, subject increasing prosecutions of immigration violations.
Without objection.
And so I looked at this memo, and it seems like this is the source of it. And it seems as though, Mr. Homan, that you are the author. It says here from yourself, Kevin Michalinen, and Francis Cisna. Is this correct? Did you sign the memo?
I'd have to see what you...
I'd be happy to provide it. And we'll provide it over, but I would like to note that here it says the official recommendation. There were 3 different options presented. The third included the option for family separation. This initiative would pursue prosecution of all amenable adults, including those presenting with a family unit. Mr. Homan, your name is on this, is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy?
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's topic, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an important update. Trust me, you'll want to stay informed as we dig into some of the most critical issues that impact our country today. Now, let's get into it. Today, we're going to talk about something that has been a hot topic for years, and that's the issue of family separation at the border. I'm sure many of you have heard the narratives pushed by the left about how this policy is inhumane and how it violates international law. But let me tell you something. What we're dealing with here is a massive distortion of facts designed to create a political narrative. I'll walk you through the truth, and believe me, it's not pretty for the left. Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez recently made a statement where she pointed out that no one on the panel believes child separation is effective as a deterrent. Well, let's get this straight. It's not about effectiveness, it's about enforcing the rule of law. Illegal immigration is a direct violation of the sovereignty of this nation. And you know what? The left doesn't want to talk about this. They want to frame it as some sort of humanitarian crisis. But let's get one thing clear. These are the consequences of breaking the law.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay. Mr. Chair, the memo is submitted to the record for review. Inspector General Costello, one last thing. Is there a record, based on reports throughout the year and in our hearing earlier this year, we spoke with Ms. Juarez, a mother who lost her child due to inhumane conditions in the facilities. We learned that there is no accurate record and no policy being held of people who are pregnant and people who endure miscarriages. Is there a record of who enters and leaves these facilities?
I'm not familiar with the instance you're talking about, but I do believe the facilities keep custody logs and logs, but I'm not familiar with the incident you're talking about.
And where would we find those records?
I believe all the facilities keep them on site, CBP and ICE facilities.
And if you believe that the records are not accessible, or if we find that the records are not accessible, do you believe the committee should seek to request records from DHS on the location of children and those that are detained?
Well, we would never opine about what the committee would request and not request, so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ms. Presley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm very proud to represent and to call the Massachusetts.
And then, let's talk about the international law argument. Professor Mukherjee stated that family separation violates international human rights agreements. Now, let me get this straight. International law says we should prioritize family unity, but guess what? U.S. law trumps international law when it comes to national security and immigration policies. Our country has the right, the absolute right, to protect our borders. And yes, sometimes that involves making tough decisions to secure our sovereignty. The question is, why are we ignoring the safety of American citizens just to appease international bodies? Here's where it gets even more ridiculous. You see, family separation started under the Obama administration, but when the Trump administration put in place the zero-tolerance policy, suddenly the left flipped out. They screamed about children being taken from their parents. But let's be clear, when you're arrested, whether it's for a DUI or domestic violence, if you're a parent, your child could be taken away. So why are we treating immigration lawbreakers differently? Kevin Homan, a key player in this whole drama, admitted that he signed the April 2018 memo, which recommended prosecution for all illegal immigrants, including those with families. And guess what? That memo proposed family separation as one of the options. But here's the kicker: the left doesn't want to tell you that the policy wasn't just some random act of cruelty. It was a strategic move designed to secure our borders and stop the flood of illegal immigrants from pouring into this country. Zero tolerance isn't just about separating families. It's about making sure that our laws are enforced. It's about holding people accountable for breaking the law. And frankly, I don't care if these left-wing pundits cry about it. We can't have a society where breaking the law comes with no consequences. Let's talk about asylum seekers for a second. The left loves to paint the picture of innocent families fleeing violence and seeking a better life. But let's not ignore the fact that if you want to seek asylum, there's a legal process to follow. There are official ports of entry where asylum seekers are supposed to present themselves. So why are we seeing people cross the border illegally and then demanding that the U.S. take them in with open arms? That's not how this country works. The Inspector General brought up an important point when he said there are no accurate records kept of certain people detained. This should outrage everyone. If the government is detaining people, especially children, there should be clear and transparent records. But again, the left is more interested in hiding the truth and painting a picture that suits their narrative. They don't care about the facts, they care about pushing an agenda. So what does all this mean? It means we need to get serious about securing our borders. It means we need to stop bending to the pressure of international law and political correctness. We need to enforce the laws that protect American citizens and ensure that the integrity of this nation is upheld. The left doesn't want you to know the truth, but I'm here to give it to you straight. Folks, it's time we take a stand. Our country, our laws, and our sovereignty must come first. Family separation isn't a problem. The real problem is the failure to enforce the law. It's time to hold the line and take back control. We cannot afford to back down. So, if you agree with me, make sure you like this video share it with your friends, and subscribe for more updates. We're just getting started, and there's a lot more to uncover. Thanks for watching.